So today I'm attempting to point the blocks. So I got my pointing tool, got my bag, and I'm gonna do this. This is too gray for my liking. So I got some leftover Mapai grout that I'm gonna mix. This is white, so I'm gonna get a light gray, or at least that's what I'm hoping for. I got my smaller pan because I don't want to do a big pan and then have it go dry on me and keep adding water. So but we'll see, because this is not going to go too far. So anyways, I'll set this up to a time lapse and we'll mix it so you can see the consistency. This is going to be a very creamy consistency. So we have an easy time squeezing it out of the bag. I think we waited 5 minutes for this to set, and I tried to mix it so that's half and half to get a lighter gray color, and I think this color is okay. Consistency, I think, is good. All right, let's give it a last mix. All right, so half and half as far as what I want to get to, and load this bad boy up, and we'll get to it. I usually like to pinch this like that.
Load it up about 3/4 of the way. Don't want to make it too heavy because then it just is a pain to work with. It's more of a pain if you're doing a project overhead, which was the case when I did the fireplace, but this should be all, it is all below waist level, so it should be much easier to work with. The back end. Okay.
Squeeze this like that. Now you can steady this over the pan and then pinch that like this and then carry it over. I'm going to start from the bottom just in case I'm not happy with the results. Now this is going to look ugly before it looks pretty. Don't worry about how this goes in here, okay? Because we're going to come back once it's a little bit solid, and I'll show you how to test for when it's ready to be worked on. And that's good for me. I'm going to leave about a 1/4 inch or so space from the top of the block. All right, now remember, this is not structural, so it's okay that it doesn't go all the way down. It doesn't fill the entire gap. In fact, you'll need a lot more bags of concrete if you want that. For me, I just kind of want it to fill in the gaps a little bit, just the top. In fact, something like this, I'm gonna cheat on. We're gonna throw, I don't know, this in here, this in there, this in there, that, that. Nope, not this one. Nope. I'll go in there. You go in there. That should be good enough. And you want to rotate this as you go, right? So it's easy to squeeze out. All right. Now this stuff will take about 20 minutes to harden a little bit, enough so you can come back and work it with the pointing tool. If you don't have a pointing tool, that's okay. You could use a piece of wood. So I finished my batch for the day, and it's 5:15, so I'm done for the day. But obviously I have to work those joints in. What I've noticed is the mortar is very wet still. Being that it's 5:15, I'm done for the day, I don't want to leave it like that. So I'm going to work it with my finger, which is less than ideal, but at least it's not going to look ugly. But, you know, it will look semi-finished. I'm kind of bummed that I have to do this. I mean, I'm going to grab the pointing tool. Maybe I can just kind of secure. This is, yeah, I would have liked for this stuff to be much harder before I can work it like this. You know, I don't know if I should get my brush and work it with the brush too, because this doesn't look great either. I mean, look, this will probably all look fine after the job is done, but I just don't like to do this. Yeah, and it's taking up a lot of the mortar with it. That's the problem when it's not fully cured. You're picking up a lot of what you put down. I mean, see, that's the thing. It does not look bad, but again, water is gonna go right in between. It's gonna expand and blow it up. So I'm gonna work my way through on this. And then I'm really hoping tomorrow I could come back and really get it in with this. Okay, so here we are today to try to work this mortar in. Hopefully it did not get too solid. Yep, still workable. Good. I was fearful that it was gonna be too hard to work with, so this is good. We could do the pointing today. All right, so that's what you want to do, is to make sure that you really get the edges, because that's where the water can potentially penetrate and make a mess out of your work, and we don't want that. I got my brush today. I figured if we're gonna do this, let's do this right. Look at that. That's perfect. And I got my makeshift, I think this was a 1/4 inch scribe molding that I used for my kitchen remodel. There you go. I just work that in. Now see, the reason why I have this guy is you have these little areas right there that this cannot get to. You want to work those in just like that. Make sure you don't have gaps as much as possible. Now you could probably take this a step further and seal this with concrete sealer, and I might do that. All right, well there you have it. All right, this looks more natural than obviously what we did yesterday. So I'm gonna work my way through on all these rocks here. I'll show you one that we didn't work on at all yesterday. There you go. Look at this guy. It's kind of solid in there, but I think this will be able to work it. There you go. Now it's going to transform the way it looks. Now remember when we were applying this and I said this is going to look really nice when it's all finished. So don't worry about how it looks when you first apply this mortar. It's always going to look like crap, but once you work it in like this and you see the finished product, it looks great. So the idea is to try to make it as natural looking as possible. Yeah, check this out. I didn't even work this on it. Look at that. That's beautiful. All right, I'm gonna work my way through, and I think that's pretty much it. So we covered everything on the Belgian block, installation, dry fitting, setting in concrete, pointing it. I'm gonna show, I'll probably take some pictures obviously once everything's done, once I have the blacktop. Guys, if you like the video, support the channel, subscribe if you want to see more projects like these. And like I said earlier in some other videos too, we have a real estate channel, so check that out. I'll have a link in the description. Real estate channel, we talk everything that has to do with flips, foreclosures, auctions. If this is something that you always had interest in, but you just didn't know how to start or where to go, just definitely check that out. You'll have a lot of information on there. Always comment, let me know if there's something that in particular that you want to know about. I'll be more than happy to share it with you. All right, see you on the next one.